Eileo, guys, and welcome back. You know who it is, and you guys know what time it is. It's account review time. This account is DemonsDragon from YouTube, aka Shia B. I do hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, rest in peace to the squad. But he just insisted that I check out his account and see what he has going on here. So what better way to check it out than to first dissect the money-making team. So already he's going with a Water Mona. We'll go ahead and just have it fight. We'll just have the battle going on. He has a Water Mona, a Zubaji, Light Nike, and a Water Succubus or Water Scubbus. Very, very interesting choice. I'm sure in terms of time that they aren't very, very efficient. I wish I could have paused before the synergy stuff popped up. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So far it's okay. I mean, it's nothing like amazing. But Demons did say that he's more of a casual player, but don't worry, man. After we check this run out, we're going to go ahead and just assess your mons and see who you can run. Hopefully I'll give you just B7 through B10 team. See who you can run for it. And let me go ahead and just target the golem for you. Speed this up a little bit. So I mean, it doesn't seem like it's like the slowest run in the world, but not the fastest either, especially for something that is early game pretty much. Minute and a half. I mean, could definitely be better. It could definitely be better, but don't worry, you are in the correct place. And this, if this is your time with golems B8, then I can go ahead and assume that you're not B10 ready, but that's okay. You're almost 45 for Light Odin, and let's go ahead and just check out the mon box. I will start from your dark mons first, and then we'll go up. So you do have a dark Miho. Congrats on that. You have 2 of them. Miho is a great mon, especially Dark Miho. She's like the best out of the bunch, besides the recently buffed light one. So just build her with triple HP, which you do have on her. Actually, you have a recovery gem, which you don't need a recovery gem. I'll just give her an HP gem because that is not the way to go. Since she's a triple, I mean, she's not a triple, but she is an HP aggressor. All of her stats scale off HP, so aim for as much HP as possible with crit rate and resist subs, and she's good to go. Very useful and pretty much, I wouldn't say all content. You could use her in all content, but is she going to be efficient at all content? No. She's more of just a PvP / clan versus clan mon, in my opinion. You can use her in other areas. Would I do it unless she was built very, very like damage based? Probably not, but you do have 2, so build them at your leisure and throw them on a defense team with some high resist and hopefully some decent crit rate and have at it. But remember, she needs HP gems or you're missing out on survivability and her damage overall. You do have a dark Loki though, and he has double steel, so, and he's a tank, so I would just make him annoying. HP, defense, that's fine. I would get rid of that flat HP gem though, and I would put something else on him. I'm not going to change this one because you can just change that, but give him an HP percentage gem. Obviously aim for more resist, but with your account and you not being able to run B10, or I'm assuming the other golems besides B8 at a relatively low time, it's going to be hard trying to farm out gems for you. So I'm not going to be too cruel. As long as you have the correct set for right now, it's fine. You can come back to this video later and just remember that I said either crit rate or resist or something along those lines and just have at it. You do have a Gatito, no square slot on him, not the end of the world. If you can get him on an intuition set of HP, double attack, or if you have to, HP, I mean not even HP, just triple attack with crit rate subs and use the crit lead for him, he can still be usable. He will not be as strong as other Gatitos on like a ruin set with a square slot, but he will do his job. And I mean, who doesn't want that 50% hunter on a single target? Who doesn't want it? You are building a C-Star as well. Well, at least just evolving her. Perfectly fine. At this point in time though, since you do have Dark Miho, I would just invest in Dark Miho because Dark Miho has a super evolution while C-Star at the moment does not, but continue to build her. You have a Dark Phibian, great mon for a lot of content, great for PvP, great for clan versus clan. I even use him in Colossus. Heck, I even use him in Tower of Chaos, and you can build him a couple of different ways. I think mine's on crit rate, attack, HP, but you can build him crit rate, attack if you want, crit rate, attack, HP, attack, however you want. It's your game. It's your call of how you want to build him. So he's definitely very, very flexible and definitely just a good mon to have. You can even use him in the later dragons as well. So do keep that in mind. Dark Kiki, no square slot on her. She's a decent farming mon if you do get a square slot on her and get her with max crit. I mean, she's not like the best farming mon, but she's decent. Even though her adrenaline only heals herself, she doesn't have morale boost. She's decent, and I did use her in the beginning. Dark Sandwraith, he's good for Colossus in my opinion, and that's pretty much it. Just give him HP attack or HP attack defense because you just want to keep him alive for that SP siphon. And Persevere stacks up to 10 turns. Whatever you're fighting, if that's going to take 10 turns, then you probably have other problems with your DPS. Dark Hunter, not worth the time to review. Your Dark Gemini, again, not worth the time to review. Very similar to Sandwraith, but I don't know who has higher stats though. One may have higher stats, but this one's balance type, so again, you can do HP attack or HP attack defense. I mean, I would just take one of these defense gems off of her, in my opinion, and just give her HP attack defense. But once you can do golems and do faster runs and do different type of golems besides the B8, again, you can solve your gem issue. But either do HP attack or HP attack defense. If you want to build her just for SP siphon, then consider HP defense or HP defense. Dark Jiangshi, whatever heck you want to call her, she does have a crit damage lead. Again, curse isn't useful unless you have a whole bunch of miles of curse. So would I build her other than to show her off? No. Dark Bulby, great with exposed weakness. You can use that in Titans if you want. You can use that in clan versus clan. You can also use that in Tower of Chaos if you want, and of course Colossus. So again, build her with HP attack in my opinion, or HP attack defense, because you just want her to survive and be able to get her exposed weakness off, because that's her main selling point. If you can get max crit rate on her with those gem sets I just recommended, then have at it. But if you can't, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. You have a Light Bulby as well, Triple Square Master Race. Unfortunately, she's pretty much just useless. So get her to Evo 3 if you haven't built her already, and just deposit her. She's not going to do you any good. Light Miho is another good PvP / clan versus clan mon, especially at Super Evo. You can give her HP defense or HP defense, and aim for some high resist subs. And if you could one day get her in Pugilist, that would be amazing. But again, that's pretty much it for her. You have a Light Vamp who has HP siphon and defense down, so he's kind of like a sustainer with defense down. Since he's an attacker type though, I would probably aim for HP attack crit rate on him. Again, all gems are percentage. Aim for max crit rate on him if possible. It doesn't matter if it's on a set or a broken set, but that might be his best use. I mean, it's nice that he can debuff, but I don't know. I think mons with HP siphon and defense down are pretty much just debuffers anyways, so they're not really used for attack. So you can even do HP attack defense on him. Light Fib, another PvP mon. He has stun for 70%. It goes up to 80. Stun goes up to 80. And what? Seal goes up to 80. Again, in my opinion though, not the best choice in PvP. You could choose to build him in PvP, but keep him similar in his build to Light Miho. Dark Kraken. I mean, not Dark Kraken. Light Kraken. She's going to follow suit. The same thing as Phibian and Light Miho. But remember, she does need crit. If her crit isn't maxed, then in my opinion, you're wasting your time. Because both of her moves are crit dependent. So I would do maybe an intuition set of HP defense. Or intuition of HP, defense, and crit rate. And just have it at that. Not the best mon in the world to have. But, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. If that's all you have, then that's all that you have. Your Light Jack looks like you might be trying to aim for something good. But if she's not an Evo 3, in my opinion, don't invest too much into her. But Ruin Set is great. She does need crit, though, for both of her moves. Or she's pretty much useless as well. So just aim for crit rate, attack. Or I would recommend crit rate, attack. Crit rate, attack, HP, because she is extremely squishy and she dies if you sneeze on her. You have a Light Tina, which can be used as a possible farming mon, so maybe throw her on an intuition set instead, or a ruin set if possible. Aim for max crit rate, and again, you're going to build her very similar to your Light Jack over here, so you're maximizing DPS on her, so HP, attack, crit rate, attack. And one day, if you can do dragons, get her on a siphon set. It doesn't matter if it's triple attack or crit rate, attack. And she could be one of your farming mons. Even at Evo 2.2, she should be fine for farming. Light Jiangshi, in my opinion, just not worth it. Light Gemini, she's like a great value water Persephone. If you really wanted to use her, you could, but she's probably not going to heal anywhere near good at all, unfortunately. But if you wanted to use her, aim for probably HP defense, because adrenaline skills off her HP, and aim for some resist subs. You could do triple HP with some defense subs if possible as well, with some resist subs, but don't expect too much out of her. Light Flora, who's an HP aggressor and attack down. Odd setup for her skills, but you already have Dark Miho, so I would just build Dark Miho. Don't worry about this one. Get her to Evo 3 one day and just forget about her, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong, but just forget about her. You have a Light Nike, whose gem needs to be increased ASAP because you're missing out on all kinds of damage, my dude. But she should be on triple defense, which you do have her on triple defense. Aim for higher crit rate and resist on her. You can put her on a full set or keep her on a broken set. It's fine. But aim for at least 10k defense cumulatively for her, in order for her to be able to do B10 and survive in there. And she should be golden for now. Again, aim for crit rate and resist in the future. But for right now, just aim to get her to 10k, and if you can get her to 10k defense, then she should be fine surviving in Golem's B10 as long as you have the DPS or the heals to back it up. Then you have some Nat 3s, none really worth mentioning. You do have a Wood Mowgli. If you can get her to Evo 3 one day, she could actually be a decent hitting mon. I mean, she's triple Scrum Master race, and she has a Water Hunter, so you're going to have to build her with crit. So throw her on maybe an intuition set to maximize that crit and do HP, crit, attack, or HP. I mean, I keep saying HP, or crit rate, attack. Get her booked up, and she is good to go. Wood Kira, useful, but not really useful in my opinion. I would just hold off for right now. You have a Scubbus and a John. Again, I would say hold off from now because I could see your other Nat 5s and they outclass her, and of course, it's just a big investment to try and build her now. So don't worry about that. Discubus, you got a new who needs a square slot or he is just useless. So do keep that in mind. I would just feed him. Looks like you're working on an Incubus as well. But if you can't get him to Evo 3, I wouldn't worry about him either. Mara, you can capture those. Wood Miho, you can use her in your B7 team. Just be forewarned that her damage isn't that great. She's not a bad mon. She's not a bad mon at all. It's just that her damage for some reason is just not that good. It's just lackluster. I mean, her skills in my opinion are fine, especially booked up, but her damage is just gag me with a machete for some reason. But if you want to build her, you could keep her on Ruin. She doesn't really need crit rate, so it doesn't matter. But do HP, attack in my opinion. And if you really love her, then super evo her one day. But I would super Miho my 2 dark Mihos way before I would super evo her. Hades, if you don't have any others, keep him for now. But I would just wait and hopefully feed him to someone else, because Fire Jacket will counter him in a heartbeat, and it doesn't really matter too much because he's going to end up dying. Same thing with Draka. I would just Evo 2 this one and hopefully feed it to Fire Draka if you have Nat 5s to spare. Wood Nightmare, decent PvP mon, but again, she's suffering right now because of Fire Draka. It's not that she's not viable, it's just that if you fight someone Fire Draka, they'll probably get the one up on them. But if they don't have a Fire Draka, she's fair game. She's fair game. You can also use her in B7 as sort of like a pseudo healer. Yeah, you can use her in B7 as well. But I would just build her HP defense with some resist subs. And in the future, if you can get her in a pugilist set, she would be amazing. Then you have a Wood Valcke balance type. You can build Valcke a couple different ways. So you can do HP attack. I wouldn't really go crit rate on her because her attack isn't that high. Or you could do HP attack defense, just the standard bruiser build. Or you can build her just to be more tankier and annoying with HP defense, or probably HP defense. Would HP attack on a Valor set and a HP defense could be very annoying. Both sets, just aim for crit rate if you can and resist. And she, with the correct combination of other mons, can be very annoying. But you can also use her as part of your B7 squad, so do keep that in mind. You do have a Wood Shiva. I would get him to Evo 2 as soon as possible and just build him HP attack. And that's pretty much it for Shiva. I mean, there's nothing else to really say about him. You could also bring in your Wood Artemis instead of your Nightmare, and she should do more damage because she is an attacker type, and she doesn't need the recovery on her. I don't know why you have triple recovery on her. That's very odd, my boy. But just give her either HP attack if she's dying, or in my opinion, get her to Evo 2 and just go into Golem's B7 with triple attack. Just do triple attack. I mean, she shouldn't die in there, and she should be healing herself every turn anyway, so it's not going to hurt anything. Would Arthur follow suit? I mean, if you could one day get him a pugilist set, that would be great. But actually, even though he's triple square master race, again with the recovery set, you could build him crit rate attack HP if you want, or crit rate attack. And if he is on like a ruin set or intuition set, then he should be hitting quite decently to sustain himself. But I wouldn't recommend this build at all until you finish getting him to Evo 2 and level 60, because if not, he's just going to be very glassy, but in a bad way, like glassy and not doing any damage kind of way. So get him to Evo 2 and do crit rate attack or crit rate attack HP and maximize his damage, in my opinion, and just take full benefit of that HP siphon to heal him, and he should be okay. And in the future, if you get him on a pugilist set, that would be wonderful. If not, it's not the end of the world. You could bring in your Wood Odin as well. She's an attacker type. Her gems are not good at all. Again, just HP attack. Let her sustain herself and just bust out all kinds of damage. Unfortunately, your Wood Yuki is again not useful. She's about as useful as Light Bulby, so I can't really tell you what to do here. I can't, man. I can't. I'm just sorry, man. I'm just sorry. But moving on. Banshee, not really useful. Cupid, I haven't had any area where I needed purification at, so I can't recommend his use either. So just hold off on them. Yaksha, very, very interesting. You can keep her on an intuition set and just get some crit rate subs because she only needs the 10 and the 40. She only needs 60% more crit rate and she's at max. Ideally, Ruin would be the best set, but she doesn't have a square, and it looks like you've already been investing into her hardcore, which is okay. It's not the end of the world if you can get her on a intuition set with enough crit rate of 60% to maximize her damage. Though, just do HP attack and just have at it, man. Just have at it. Wet Miho, good, solid, clean B10 mon. That's what I used when I first began my B10 adventures. Solid mon. Just build her HP attack. Aim for resist subs in the future if possible, but just HP attack. You could put her in a Valor set if you want for slightly more damage from her moves, but remember, sap scales off the monster's HP and not her damage. Shelly, he's good for Colossus in my opinion. I mean, I use my Shelly for debuffing the Colossus with his defense down. Other than that, I mean, you could bring him in Titans, but if you're a casual player, you're probably not big on Titans right now, so don't really worry about investing in him for right now. But if you do get into Titans, throw him on HP attack defense in my opinion, and just let him do his debuffing and just keep it at that. You can even do HP defense, or just get rid of him and get some water sealers with double defense down and do pretty much the same build, and that's pretty much it. Your Zubaji, more PvP orientated / clan versus clan, but since she's a defender, do HP defense or HP defense with high resist on her, and she should do her job fairly well. Make her, actually, maybe you could do HP defense and just make her super annoying with her fearless taunt, but definitely a PvP mon, not so much a PvE mon. Water, Jean, John, sleep and stun. She could work as a CC'er, but in my opinion, it's just easier to build maybe a water Sura. Again, yes, you have to pull more nat 4s, but I would just build a water Sura because he has stun as his first skill and not sleep, and as long as you have, I believe, max crit on Sura, you should be good to go with his crit. So I would just invest in him. Even at Evo 2, he should be just more useful than Jean, John, whatever the heck you want to call her. You have your level 50 Mona here. Definitely get her to level 60 as soon as possible, and you do have her booked up as well. She doesn't need crit rate, so just HP attack. If you plan to just use her for B10, I mean not B10 but B8, just do triple attack. But definitely get rid of this awful set. I will actually go out of my way and just give her whatever for you right now, even though you don't have the money, but you do have some energy that you could spend on farming out B8 right now just to get money to help level her, in my opinion. These are all pretty much defense gems, but it's better than nothing. So she should be attack. I'll just put her triple attack if you have another attack gem that's not flat. Just so all your flat gems, dude. You kind of need them right now, but you kind of don't. But triple attack. Water Suck is again more of a kind of a Titans. I mean, you can use her in PvP as well, but pretty much a PvP / Titans mon. What is it? Morale boost. She needs crit for her morale boost to work. So do crit rate, HP, defense. In my opinion, that might be the best set for her. But she has to have max crit rate or her morale boost is useless. So do keep that in mind. She's not there for damage. She's there to get her 5-star off as soon as possible and just keep it going. Water Siren, decent investment, not really useful mid to late game though. If you need her for like Golem's B10, then it is what it is, but if you're going to use her, I insist you take that attack gem off of her and give her something else. You have her attack, defense. That's pretty bad, man. You need to check out your boy's videos, man. You need to check out your boy's videos, because this is just disrespectful, man. Just disrespectful. I'm gonna go ahead and just give her HP. That was a defense gem. HP, defense, and then she's gonna need recovery, but that gem is just gag me with a machete. See, do you have recovery? I could have sworn you did. Okay. Something like this set would be way better than what you had on her. She's not gonna do any damage no matter how many attack gems you get her. She is just there to heal. That's her sole purpose. The other ones, not really worth mentioning so far. Fire Leo is worth building in the future as a Firemon for maybe Golem's B9 and then Dragon's B8. Also good clan versus clan mon. Not so much PvP because of the current meta, but definitely good clan versus clan mon, and pristine Colossus mon, and you can actually probably use him in Tower of Chaos / Tower of Chaos as well. So definitely a lot of potential, but this one, you feed him. He needs a square slot. Try to get him on Intuition or Ruin. Again, he needs max crit rate or he's useless. Fire Sewer, I would pass. Fire Vampire, not a big fan of, but if you want to build him, again, he needs a square slot because of his Hunter and his Adrenaline, which sustains his own HP by 50%. Both need crit. So again, crit rate, attack, since he can sustain himself, or crit rate, attack, HP. But he needs max crit rate or he's useless. Your Fire Lucy, I would, if you can get a dark one somehow, I would just feed her to your dark and just have at it, because she's just not worth it, in my opinion. At least not right now. Do you have an Arthur? You don't have an Arthur, so you could use him as a stunner for your Firemons. Will he be like optimal? No, because you don't have a Fire Arthur, but he should work just as a stunner. So build him HP, defense. Actually, I lied. He's an aggressor. Build him triple HP. Take that defense gem off. Take that attack gem off. Take that recovery gem off. You're just filling slots in, dude. You're literally just filling gem slots in just to fill them up. What are you doing? But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of this? Build him triple HP. Aim for resist subs. He's there just to stun, not do any damage. And that's pretty much his only use. So if you need a Fire CC'er with what you have right now, he might be a very good choice. But we'll finish reviewing your other mons. Fire Kira, pretty much a Titans mon / Golem's B9 / Dragon's B8 type of gal. Get her to Evo 3 when possible. You don't have to build her with crit rate for her morale boost. I understand what you're going for. You don't really have to do that, but if you insist on doing that, throw her on Intuition and just give her HP, recovery, defense, just the same as your Water Siren, and let her have at it. If you want to go for the crit rate, go for it, but it's not game breaking. A lot of people just ignore it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Fire Tiger, Tigar, whatever the heck you want to call him, not useful. I'm sorry, man. He's defense down to sap, just not useful. Boltwing, if you build him more as a debuffer, so give him maybe HP defense, or HP defense, or even HP attack defense, he could be better as a potential debuffer for certain areas of content, maybe like Titans. But would I recommend like investing in him? Probably not. Just get him to Evo 3 and keep him at Evo 3. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't really see much use for him. Fire Hana, I would just build Wood Hana. Finish getting her to Evo 3 though to get them gems, but I would just feed her. She's not really useful. Sura, you do have Sura built already, and he has morale boost and adrenaline. You could bring him in as a pseudo healer for your B9 team. That is potential. That could be potentially done. And he has what, morale boost and then adrenaline. So HP attack. It doesn't matter what gem set he's on, but HP attack, and he should be good to go. You do have a Evo 3 suck with 2 square slots, solid. Crit rate, attack, HP. Crit rate, attack. She's just far too flimsy for that to be worth it. Even if you super evo her, again, she's just far too squishy. She'll do decent damage, but she'll die within 2 turns, even with her self-sustain. So do keep that in mind. So crit rate, attack, HP. Intuition if you got to. Ruin would be best, but intuition because she needs max crit rate, or again, she is just useless. You have a water purse, solid. HP, attack, recovery. Nope, get rid of that recovery. I don't know why you have that up there. Maybe you're just filling in slots, but yeah, get rid of that recovery and just give her HP, attack, my dude. And you can use her for your B10 team. You're not there yet, but you can use her for your B10 team. You do have a Fire Indra. He doesn't need a square, but he could be fairly useful for you as well in B10, potentially, but he's going to need to be Evo 2, and just build him attack, HP. That's pretty much it for him. On my OG, another SP Siphoner for Colossus, in my opinion, in the future. I mean, she could also be a PvP mon, but build her HP defense or HP defense. Take that attack off of her because it's going to do nothing. You can give that attack to your Mona or someone else that actually needs it, but take that off of her because she's just built wrong. It looks like you're working on Siegfried. HP attack, crit damage. Take the crit damage off of him. You're just filling in slots, my boy. But take the attack gem off of him. No, I mean, not the attack gem, but the crit damage gem off of him. If you can get further enough in the game for dragons, get him on a siphon set of either crit rate, attack, or triple attack, and he's going to be quite a decent farmer. Him combined with your even your Evo 2 mini Tina should be all that you need, dude. Should be all that you need. We'll definitely get him to Evo 2 minimum and level 60 before you think about using him as a Siphon Mon. And this is what? Sanzang. Sanzang has Adrenaline and Seal. So I would probably say HP defense with some high resist subs, and you can throw her on a defensive team. That Seal is kind of low though. Not the best, but you can throw her on a defense team for clan versus clan. That's pretty much it. Neza, you can also bring into Titans, in my opinion. It's not really worth it for dragons or even golems B9 unless you're struggling to somehow pass it. But build her HP defense or HP defense, and she should serve you well. But again, she's a Titans mon. If you're not interested in Titans, continue to get her to Evo 3, but don't really worry about her too much. And you are working on Eileo with a square slot. I'm proud of you. He doesn't need recovery. HP is understandable. He doesn't need crit damage. Again, crit rate, attack, HP, or crit rate, attack, in my opinion, on intuition or ruin. If he doesn't have max crit, he is useless. Fire Wild Thing, you do have 2 square slots on her, which is nice. You can build her any numerous ways. She doesn't need a siphon set though. She does not need a siphon set. You can build her triple attack. You can build her HP attack, or you can build her crit rate attack if you want. So there's different ways you can build her, but since yours has a square slot, I would probably aim for as high crit rate as possible eventually, and just maximize her self-sustain. So crit rate attack, If not, just go triple attack. I mean, and she should survive just fine. She should be a great B9's mon for you. And then we have your Fire Miho that's left. Looks like you went all out for her with attack, defense, resist. Never ever use resist as your main slots on your mons. Just don't do that, demons. Just don't do it. It does nothing. It's just not worth it. So definitely just take these gems off of her. Either do HP defense or HP defense, and aim for some resist subs, and that's pretty much it. Again, you can use her in clan versus clan or PvP, but Light Miho is just light years better than her in terms of overall uses, and you could use her in Titans if you wish. Are there better mons? Of course, but if that's what you choose to use, or that's all that you have, that's perfectly fine. Let's go through your mon box over here. Nothing really spectacular. You do have a Yuki in there, a Light Venus Evo 2. Looks like you might have been working on maybe that's a Chloe or something. I can't remember. They all look the same at some point in time. You do have some Incubuses in there, and you do have a Wood Hana. Is Incubus worth the gleams though? In my opinion, no. And what is that? Is that Kana? Is she Evo 2 or Evo 3? Okay, she's Evo 2. Yeah, don't really worry about her either. But that's pretty much it for your account, demons. Let me go over here real quick though to the golems, and we'll just give you some possible teams that you can use. I'm about to freaking dog, man. But B7. So for B7, with the mons that you have, I'm laughing at my dog. Number 1, get them all to level 60, and number 2, aim to get them to Evo 2, very, very minimum. But I would run. You could do Wood Artemis, Light Shiva. I mean, not Light Shiva, Wood Shiva, Valcke, and Arthur if you want, or you could take out Valcke because she might slow you down, and use Odin. So make the whole squad Evo 2. Make sure they're properly jumped up like I just went through. Get them to level 60, and they should be a stable B7 team. Is it going to be super duper fast? In the beginning, no, because you need the gems for them. But it should speed up within a month or two, depending on how much you play the game and how much you run it. But that's a solid B7 team for you. For B8, this is a no. Just take Light Nike out. Take Zubaji out. Take your Succubus out. Your Scubbus out. You could... Yeah, you don't have that many Watermons, though. I would say grab another Mona when you get a chance. Grab another Mona. Yeah, grab one more Mona at the very, very minimum. You shouldn't need a healer if your DPS is good. I mean, you can throw Light Nike back in there if you have to, but you might just be better off throwing Tina in there with your 2 Monas. And then, any other Watermons? Any other Watermons? You could throw in, Yaksha if she had higher crit rate on her. But you could throw in your Yaksha if you needed to. But Evo 3, both your Monas, get them to level 60. Get them gemmed up properly. Get your Tina up to level 60 as well. Get her gemmed up properly. And the last slot shouldn't matter too much. You could even bring in Wet Miho just to cover the last slot. And just raise her towards B10. But you do have Fire Purse. So again, since you have Fire Purse, she's not worth the investment. She's just not worth the investment. So 2 Monas, Tina, and I mean, you could throw Dark Kiki in there. You could throw Yaksha in there. If you pull any other decent Watermon, you can throw them in there. But you don't really have that many Watermons to choose from. But any more than 2 Monas, in my opinion, is just overkill. So if you want, you can throw Light Nike back in there once she's gemmed properly, just take in mind she's not there for DPS. She's more there just to fill a slot. But yeah, 2 monas, your Tina, and Light Nike, and that should be okay for now in case you pull more mons for B8. But your time should be around a minute, at least with those 3 geared up properly. You should shave off though at least a good 10 to 20 seconds off of your recent clear time. For B9, you can go ahead and bring in your Fire Wild Fang. You can bring in Leo. You can bring in Sig if you want. You don't have to bring him in. You don't have to bring in your Indra in either. You could bring in your Fire Purse. And if your DPS is good enough though, you could bring this squad right here, or you could bring in this squad. If your DPS is good enough, everybody's Evo 2 minimum, everybody's level 60, and everybody has at least some decent gems on them, you should be able to clear B9 out. Again, depending on how much you play, this could take you a month or 2 to get these mons built up, but your time should slowly become faster with this team. If they aren't able to clear it though, you're going to need the heals. Oh yeah, I forgot. Scubbus is a good mon that you could bring in as well because of her self-sustain, but she does need level 60. But you could bring in your Sura as a healer, I'm guessing, or Kira as a healer, and you should be alright. I mean, it's really just getting your mons to level 60 in Evo 2, and not like Eileo gemmed up or like Jamin gemmed up, but at least decently gemmed up for them to survive. That's pretty much the goal here, and you're months off from B10 in my opinion. But if I was going to run B10 with the mons that you have, I would run Light Nike, or Light Odin will be a better choice for you, because by the time you're done farming for your gems, you should have Light Odin. But Light Nike / Light Odin, I would then bring in Fire Purse. You could bring in your Indra, and then you could also bring in your Sig if you want, just as a wave clearer. So pretty much all of your B9 team just with Light Odin. I mean, you could bring in Fire Wild Fang too, but since Sig has Elemental Edge and Morale Boost, he's going to be able to hit all those Dark Mons for the weakness. Like, he's going to act like a light type, so that might be your best bet in my opinion. The others really aren't worth mentioning. That might be the best team for you so far in terms of running it. Yeah, that might be pretty much the best team so far in terms of running it, with either your Light Nike or your Light Odin. But again, all of these mons need to be level 60, Evo 2, and not perfectly gemmed, but decently gemmed before that can happen. But that's pretty much it for this account review, demons. I definitely hope this helps. Once you see this video, please just change the gems when you can. The main thing I can tell you though is work on your monas first, work on B8, hit up B7 and B9 once you get the money, and get those B8 mons gemmed up, and work on B10 when you get the chance, and you'll eventually have the mons built that you can at least hit Dragon's B6 in my opinion with little to no problem. And with these mons built up, you should also be able to get closer to Tower of Chaos floor 100, if not potentially beat it. So do keep that in mind. But that's pretty much it for this review. If you guys want an account review, leave a comment below. I'll send you a link to my Discord. You can send me a DM or just join the Discord and I'll send you a DM, and we can get a time set up and your boy will check out your account. But that's pretty much it. As always guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.